What's up, my elite kings and queens? We are back. We are back, guys. I'm so happy to be here with you guys today. Here, let me actually make this a little bit lower, and then we'll continue, okay? Guys, we're not going to stop, okay? Yes, life stuff's happening, but guess what? We continue with a positive mindset. That's the thing about successful millionaires, successful billionaires, is that no matter what's going on in life, they always remain poised, cool, calm, and collective. They always remain relaxed. And not only that, but they always keep a positive mindset, okay? Because successful, rich, abundant people, which is who you are and which is who I am. Why? Because we have God within us. And that's what God is. So you are abundant, you are rich, you are a millionaire. We're just being remembered how to act in this 3D realm. And you know how we're going to do that? Always remain positive, always speak positive, positive conversations, no gossip, positive mindset. And so here you go, guys. I'm going to read out of this amazing book, and then from there, I'm going to give my takeaway. And I think you guys are going to love this, okay? So this is from Reverend Ike. It's called Reverend Ike's Secrets for Health, Joy, and Prosperity for You, the Science of Living Study Guide. Boom. Great book. I think you should definitely check it out. Also, check out his channel. Just look up Reverend Ike and you will see that. Let me take a sip of this amazing coffee. And we are live like Channel 5, baby. Here we go. All right. So it says, a science of living principle. You will never get any further in life than the ideas in your mind. It is important to feed your mind only right ideas. There's a story I like to tell of a hot dog vendor who sold very fine hot dogs by the side of the road. His business was booming. People loved his hot dogs and they bought more and more. The man believed in his business and the need for someone to do what he was doing. This man was so busy advertising and selling his hot dogs and making lots of money that he didn't even have time to read the newspaper or listen to the radio. Consequently, he never heard a word about a predicted recession or the need to cut back to save the economy. As long as he continued to offer his delicious hot dogs, his customers bought them. He kept selling and they kept buying. Then one day, his well-educated son told him that an economic recession was coming. His son told him that people wouldn't have enough money to buy his hot dogs. And the hot dog vendor believed this. So he quit advertising. He quit trying to sell his tasty hot dogs. He started ordering less. He even went so far as to take down the sign at his roadside stand. And sure enough, people stopped coming to him. People stopped buying his hot dogs and he went broke. Then he thought to himself, how smart my son is predicting this. Everything in life comes from the ideas in your mind. This story gives us an idea of how powerful your mind is. If you start believing something, it will happen. It doesn't make any difference whether your thought is good or bad. It will come about if you think it will come about. Those of you who follow my teachings have heard me say this many times, but it is such an important principle that it bears repeating. Everything in life comes from the ideas in your mind. Everything. This is what Jesus meant when he said, according to your faith, be it unto you, Matthew 9:29. According to your idea about yourself, according to the ideas in your mind, be it unto you. In other words, the experience in your outer world comes from the inner world of your thought. So be careful what you think and be careful what you say. Feed yourself, feed your mind right ideas. Never feed anything to your mind that you don't want in your experience. Boom. Powerful reading, my people. And I'm definitely going to start reading more out of this book right here. Reverend Ike is one of my favorite guys to listen to on YouTube. Old school guy. He's already passed away. Rest in peace, Reverend Ike. And guys, his stuff is gold. I don't even hear anyone really speaking about his stuff nowadays, which is crazy, guys, because his stuff is fire. So definitely check out Reverend Ike on YouTube. You will love it, guys. He comes out of it. He's talking about mind science. He's talking about a lot with Joseph Murphy, Neville Goddard, but in a religious aspect because he actually came from a religious background. But he's saying everything that Joseph Murphy, Neville Goddard, Bob Proctor, Napoleon Hill, all the greats are saying, but in a more religious point of view or in more of a style of church. But he's not speaking as if like exactly what they say in a church. But he brings that style of church into this type of knowledge. And as you can see right here, guys, and I'm going to repeat this. In other words, the experience in your outer world, so the experience in our 3D, which is the illusion, comes from the inner world of your thoughts. So be careful what you think and be careful what you say. Be careful what you think and be careful what you say, my people. Feed yourself, feed your mind right ideas. Never feed anything to your mind that you don't want in your experience. And that goes back, my people, to what I said earlier with successful, rich millionaires, which is who you are. But we're gonna speak in a way of learning right now. These successful entrepreneurs and businessmen, this is what happens, guys. If you've ever noticed, the world will be falling apart in front of them, the 3D, the illusion, and they don't trip out. Who trips out more, who gets more worried is people that are not even related to them. Like, oh man, what's going to happen? His business is falling. He's losing everything. He's going through a divorce. Everything's falling apart in his life. And how do you feel? How do you feel, sir? And he's like, everything's cool. But everything's falling apart. No, everything's good. You see, guys, they're not enslaved by the illusion. They're not enslaved by the 3D. And you shouldn't either. You walk through this 3D, super bold, super strong. And for men, pardon my language, this is for men, with your balls hanging, baby. Listen, guys, I love you guys. Sometimes we gotta speak a little crazy, all right, guys? But you know what? Crazy is good. Crazy is good because we are not living in the illusion, okay? We are delusionized. We're delusional. We are delusional because we are de-illusionized from the illusion. We are living within. We think positive, we see positive, we visualize positivity, we visualize abundance, prosperity, health, wealth, happiness, love, success, abundance, prosperity, and money. That is what we see within, and that's what we're experiencing now. There is no past, there is no future, there's only present now, and if I see it in the kingdom of heaven within, that's all that exists. I am not going to be enslaved by this. Everything is going the way I desire it to go, and I don't let the 3D, I don't let the illusion tell me what I should feel or what I should think or how I should speak. I take control. I don't speak, I don't say, I don't think what I feel or what I'm experiencing. I think, I feel, I say what I desire to feel, what I desire to experience. Because what you're experiencing now and what you're feeling now is a reflection and a manifestation and unfolding from yesterday's thoughts, from yesterday's conversations, from yesterday's thoughts, conversations, and spoken words. So here now in the present moment, do I desire, do I want to continue this shitty feeling going into tomorrow? Even though tomorrow doesn't exist, but we're speaking in this point of view of learning. Do I want to feel this tomorrow? Do I want to see this tomorrow? No, so I will change my talking. I will change my conversations. I will change my thoughts and be delusional and say everything is going perfectly fine. And life is amazing. And I am rich and I'm abundant and prosperous. And the client said yes. And everyone is saying yes. And when your life is falling apart in front of you, because it's a manifestation of your old self, you say everything is perfectly fine. And the exterior is going to tell you, no, it's not. Your life is falling apart. You say, my life is perfectly fine. The most successful people are always saying everything is okay. Everything is fine. I'm going to read out of here again. Everything in life comes from the ideas in your mind. Everything in life comes from the ideas in your mind. Everything. This is what Jesus meant when he said, according to your faith, be it unto you. What is your faith? Your faith is that everything's cool. Faith. All right, here we go. Thought and feeling is faith, guys. That's it. You think positive. You feel good about it. You see it. You visualize it. That's faith. That's what you're going off of. Matthew 9:29. According to your ideas about yourself, according to the ideas in your mind, be it unto you. You will never get any further in life than the ideas in your mind. Your ideas are perfection. Your ideas, your thoughts. Ideas are just thoughts. Your ideas are perfection. Everything's going perfect in your life. Yes, the 3D is telling you otherwise. We don't care what the 3D is telling us. The 3D is just is an effect, cause and effect. The 3D is already dead. It's a memory. It's done with. We can't do nothing about the 3D. So we go back within. You will never get any further in life than the ideas in your mind. It is important to feed your mind only right ideas. Only think positive. You should not be thinking negative. Whatever's going on in the 3D, bro, there's nothing that can enslave you because the 3D has nothing on God. The physical matter out here has nothing on God, which is within you. Nothing, bro. This is why people that are in wheelchairs or that have no limbs have become successful, rich, abundant, and prosperous. There's a dude in Europe, and you might know who he is if there's any followers here that are from Europe. This guy just came across my IG. This guy's face is he's an actor, I guess, or a very famous, like Hollywood type guy, but in Europe. You know, I'm here in America, so we have Hollywood, California. So out there in Europe, I know you guys got the same thing, Hollywood, the actors and the actresses and all that right there. And this guy's face is just completely thrown off, man. I saw that, I was like, whoa, I thought it was like a mask, or I thought it was makeup. But this guy's face is just, I mean, not trying to be rude, and I'm not being rude, it's just out of there. And you know what? This guy is a successful actor. I'm sure he's a multimillionaire, an influencer, a leader, big time, big deal in Europe. Has a wife. I'm not sure if he has kids, but very successful in his ventures. And I started reading up on him because I was like, whoa. And guess what? Mindset. He doesn't care what the 3D says. He knows, and he speaks positivity. He knows who he is. Top-notch big dog. And he sees that and he feels that. And that's all that matters. The kingdom of heaven. And guess what? Reflection. Boom. 3D. I love you guys so much. Remember who you are. Health, wealth, happiness, peace, love, success, abundance, prosperity, and money. That is who you are. And God, baby. That's who you are. That's who I am. We are one. Connected. I love you. Vamos.